to get better in the more conventional offense?
Oh, it's not that difficult. Like I said, it's a few little things that, we just have to, avoid some simple mistakes and really, I think we come out of that first half not feeling so bad about it, and then have to make up as much ground as we did in the second half.
Brian, do you feel that the hurry up, or not even the hurry up, just a no huddle offense gives you as a quarterback more control over plays?
Not really. I think if anything, it gives Kyle the opportunity to kind of see what the defense is doing, and because you do get to the line so quick, the headset doesn't cut off till 15 seconds. So if he sees something, he can change his mind, and we use that to our benefit a little bit yesterday.
Brian, is he still calling the plays?
Yeah.
In the hurry up?
Yeah.
And is it just less shifting and pre-snap motion?
Yeah, obviously you can't. I mean, I think we do a good job of putting all of our offense available in that mode. And we can get it out pretty quick, but I think there's a way to get that stuff done with our code words. So if we do want to do that, that is available.
Hey, Brian, the way that the second guys and the guys that came in and filled in when people were injured, how big of a boost is that? And especially week one, you got some rookies.
Yeah, I mean, to see those two young running backs step up when Ben went down, that's huge for us. And like we always talk about, in this game, it's next man up, and you never know when your name's going to get called. So it was good to see those guys get out there and run the ball the way they did.
Hey, Brian, were you surprised? Second to last time you had the ball, okay? Second to last time.
Yep.
How much closer did you have to get a field goal?
Yeah, about 5 yards.
Were you thinking field goal?
Yeah, I think so.
So 5 yards?
Yeah, we needed 5 yards, and like I said to you guys after the game on that play, I'm thinking, all right, if we can get 5 yards, if I can just drill Gary on because his route was about a 5-yard route, and looking back on it, you just want to play it out and read through the progression, regardless of the situation. And it's something we talk about is the process, not the results. And I think if you just go through the process, I probably end up finding someone who's open as opposed to trying to force it in there to get the 5 yards to kick a field goal.
Brian, were you surprised you guys got away from the run there late in the fourth quarter? You had so much success with it.
I didn't feel like we did, even to that last drive that he was just asking about. Terrence West had a big chunk run, and so when you get the ball back the last time, it's obviously a 2-minute situation, and we're trying to double move and try to get a big chunk of yards on that first play. So I don't think we got to run away from the run at all.
Brian, when it's 2nd and 16 after the sack and those communication problems, could you think at all about just going down, bleeding the clock, and
I did, and when I wasn't getting anything in my ear, we had to go. We talked through that situation before the game, and we had to go to play, which happened to be the pass that I called out of that personnel. And I'm thinking at the same time, like, should I just go to a run, and that way you still drain a little bit of clock in before you punt the ball back. But I thought, the pass play that we called was a safe play, and it was what we talked about before the game. Had the headset, had the chance of the headset went out.
Brian, what are your thoughts on the Ray Rice situation?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, I think there's no place for that in this league and in this society. So I think those people made the right decisions.
Brian, were you glad to see Roger Goodell crack down on the new domestic violence policy?
Yeah, I think so. Like I said, there's no room in this society for violence against women. So I think they made the right decision.
Brian, you said after the game that you guys didn't even run a no huddle in the preseason. Do you expect that to be expanded now, even though you say you can't do it all the time?
Sure. I think, but like I said, it's a vast array of stuff that's available. Now we go into a game plan thinking these certain plays are better than others. But like I said, it's something we did practice a lot, and we didn't run it in the preseason and games. I think obviously for obvious reasons, but there's a good amount of stuff that's available in that package. So I don't know, that'll be up to Kyle with what he wants to use, and obviously on the game plan type of stuff. But you just have to figure out what's best. And like I said, you can't run it the whole game. I mean, the energy level that it takes to sustain that. I remember looking at our guys being like, I know you're tired, but we got to just keep pushing it because if we can keep that tempo up, it really gets the defense in a bad position.
But you did the no huddle without the hurry up. I mean, then that would keep the defense going.
Yeah, we did a few times where it's where we get up there and see what they're doing, and that's the thing. Like everyone thinks no huddle, it's boom, 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 and yeah, yesterday it was hitting that way because we were able to hit it that way. But if you get to the line with 25 seconds to go, you don't have to snap the ball at 20. I mean, it doesn't have to be Oregon pace, but it was working yesterday, and that's what we went with.
Early thoughts on New Orleans?
Yeah, I just started watching them, and obviously they have Rob Ryan there as their defensive coordinator, so you always have to be on your toes when you're playing him. And they have some good players over there too. I've only watched the first half of their Atlanta game, and I know it was a thriller that it came down to the end of that one. So I have to see more going forward.
How much are you
impressive was
hoping that the
Andrew
new
Hawkins?
drug policy passes and that Josh Gordon ends up back on the field?
Yeah, I mean, I can't read too much into that. I don't know. You guys probably know better than me, but if it passes, it does. If it doesn't, we are in the mindset of we have to go with what's in this room right now. If not, then that's an added bonus.
How impressive was Andrew Hawkins yesterday?
Yeah, I mean, Hawk is, I think, he showed what everyone thought he was going to be. He's tough. He knows, where to be at the right time, and he makes big plays, and that's great to see him do that out there, in the regular season. And I had a great feel, that third down, he ran an amazing route and got open. That was huge because that led, I think, to the touchdown drive to tie it up. So, to have Hawk out there and the way he played yesterday with, because he was a little banged up and he fought through it, and that's the type of guy he is, and those are the guys you respect because they're putting it all on the line for the team.
When you're pushing the pace, is there a goal of when you want to snap the ball?
Not really. Just I think once we get the play call in and we're ready to go, you want to go. I mean, when you're going that fast, obviously you'd like to have your players get a little bit of a break, but when you're trying to push the tempo and it's working, you just got to continue to push it.
If you have to do without Jordan Cameron for any length of time, what kind of a blow would that be to you guys?
Well, I think, you talk about people stepping up, and you look at Jim Dre and Gary Barnidge. I mean, those guys worked their butts off yesterday because of all the players that are in that no huddle, other than the offensive line, those guys don't get a break. So, they really stepped up. They had some big plays in the past game, and obviously the run blocking, they did a great job too.
What happened on that 3rd and 1 at the goal line where it looked like a broken play?
Yeah, that was my fault. I got confused we had 2 plays that were very similar to that, and I thought one and I thought wrong. So that's if there's 2 plays that I look back to in the game that I really put on my shoulders and I'm feeling pretty bad about today. It's that one and the 3rd down where I try to force it in instead of just reading the play out.
Brian, you keep saying you can't do the no huddle hurry up the whole game.
Mm-hmm.
How often can you do it and get away with it?
Well, I think as long as it's working, you can mix it in and catch the defense off guard. And obviously now it's out there that we can run it, so teams will be prepared for that. So I think to me the best time you get out there and do it is if you get a good play on 1st down, you push the tempo and then you see how it goes and then go from there. And that's up to Kyle. I think Kyle has a good feel for when we can use it and when we should kind of back off a little bit.
So
what difference does it make for a defense to know that you're going to use it if they still can't substitute and that kind of stuff?
Yeah, I think they just know that you have it available and they have to be ready for it. And I don't think you can really even practice for it because the way practices are set up with scout teams, you can set it up, but to simulate the pace of a live game. But I think if anything, they know that you have it in your package and they're prepared to get out there. And I'm sure they have to simplify their calls too.
It looked like you pointed at the Steelers bench after the throw to Benjamin, the touchdown. Did you know you did that? Or?
No, I was just in the moment. I don't think I don't remember much. I was just so pumped up and to get back to where we were based off the half that we had before that.
In the second half when you guys were clicking, the ground game was going, it looked like you got in a great rhythm in the play action and the bootleg game. Talk about that in the second half.
Yeah, it's good. I think, I've told you guys all along, the way this system works is if you can get the running game going, it opens up things in the passing game, and I think that was pretty evident yesterday.
The Patriots have been doing the hurry up forever, and you were there.
Yeah.
Isn't it something you're used to doing? And
Yeah, it's something I'm very comfortable with. I think for our whole entire offense, we're all comfortable with it. And like I said, we've practiced it a lot, and to go out and do it and execute it again, I think just moves your confidence level in it a little bit more. And like I said, you can't just rely on going to huddle the entire game for 15 more games. But I think it is good to have in our repertoire to bust out on the defense at any moment.
And there was a play early on in the first half when the offense was sputtering. There were a couple plays of very slow developing, double play fakes. You guys get too cute with yourself at times, you think offensively?
No, I don't think so. I know the one you're talking about with the double play fake. That's on me. I gotta realize that I can't hold the ball forever.
But that's a slow play.
Yeah, but it was scripted to and had one thing happen or another, then it can be a big play. And then it's one of those where in practice it looks great, and then you get in the game and the guy gets hit down a little bit too far, and then you have to hold on the ball. So for me, I have to know that I can't take those sacks and get us out of field goal range.
Thanks, Ryan.
Thanks.